Yo, what's up? We're live. We're all the way live. How you doing, baby cakes?
Baby cakes?
Yeah, it's you, man. You little baby. My little baby cake.
Baby cakes. You just don't know now.
Yeah, what you been doing, boy? How you doing?
I'm
This
good,
is the Holly
man.
and
How are
Josh
you?
show. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome.
Thank you
Yes.
very much for tuning in to our weekly waffle.
Weekly Waffle. That's a better name. Why do we go with the Harley and Josh show?
I don't know. The weekly
Harley and
waffle.
Josh's Weekly Waffle.
No, because people think it's a cookery show and we have no syrup.
Can we start a cookery show just for the name?
No, all I know
But
how to cook.
I think we should do a cookery show, but of tour food.
Yeah,
like,
that's it. Yeah,
Like food that you can cook and make and be finished with
how
in
to
less
open
than
a
4
pack of
minutes.
crisps,
Yeah.
basically. We know, pinch it between your thumbs and forefinger.
I have a go-to of places where I can get super cheap and healthy foods.
Chupa seep. Yeah.
Filthy hoobs.
Like, where from, Harley?
Oh, please, every shop has a different best thing.
Right. Okay. Cool.
But Lidl do the little box of nuts and stuff.
Yeah.
Which are good, because they're high in protein.
Like the crazy things, but cheaper.
Yeah, they're exactly the same as the grey stuff, but about £1 cheaper, so you pay like 50-60p each.
Right.
Stuff like that. When you're on the go, on a job, just keep you going.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's nothing worse for me is you start setting up and you're flagging.
Yeah.
You need some kind of food, some sugar, just to keep you just going to the end, and then you can have a proper bite to eat. So I always have my glove box in my van is full of stuff like that. Like the little mini what are they called? Coconilla flapjacks.
Oh,
They're kind of like flapjacks with coconut. No,
we
chocolate.
should probably start thinking about the nutritional benefits of these things. It's not like,
They're protein. They're high in protein.
Yeah.
That's their thing.
There we go.
And they're not too crazy in the sugar. Some of them can be a little bit high in salt, but then others aren't so much. I don't salt my food too much, so I'm not eating too much salt. I do try and be quite aware of that because
you're supposed to actually get salt, but we need salt.
Yeah,
and that's
salt.
the thing. And it gets turned into one of those sort of bad things. It's not as bad as sugar.
No.
Salt is nowhere near as bad as sugar
No.
us. But I tend to just try not to put salt in my food, and then I realise I actually do need some sodium.
Yeah, that's it. And a friend of mine, she
It's the Harley and Josh diet show, just saying.
yeah, the Harley. It's the Weekly Waffle, but oat waffles.
Yeah, of course, yes. Better fibre.
A friend of mine, she lost a lot of weight. She and she did on a particular diet. I don't know, but she made all of her own food. Never had any ready meal. Everything was made from fresh, so she could control exactly what was going into her body. And she was watching her salt content, and she actually didn't get enough salt.
Right.
Because she didn't have any ready meals. She had no sort of cereals or anything like that.
Right.
Very few processed foods. So everything she made, she was like, well, I need to not have too much salt, and then just didn't put salt on anything, which I don't know how anything tasted any good. But
yeah, exactly. Well, that's what salt does. It's a lot of actually connects the molecules to your taste buds a lot of the time. That's the thing. It's
is that what makes it tasty?
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
thing, because it's like the thing that connects the molecules to the enzymes and things like this. So it's like a little buffer. So if you're not getting enough of it, that's why it tastes better with salt, even if it's just a small amount.
Yeah.
Because there's just more of it. Just
If you can taste the salt, there's too much. But that's
so other than foraging for nuts
yeah.
in supermarket car parks, what have you been doing this week then, Harley?
Oh, actually, can I do a slide note? The other day, I was
Side note.
on my way into Bentwaters, and I bumped into Mr. Lob. Remember Mr. Lob from high school?
Teacher.
Yes.
The science teacher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was on his way into Rendlesham Forest to go foraging for mushrooms. I can assure you, I'm fairly sure they're edible, not poisonous, not other sorts.
Psychedelic, man. What'd you do? Tell me.
I did shrooms with my old science teacher.
Doing shrooms with your old science teacher. No, not recommendable at all.
No. Although if you're going to do it with any teacher, the science teacher's the one.
Other science teachers are available.
Oh yeah. Hello, Mr. Giles.
They're all terrifying.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah. So you've been gigging, boy.
I have, yeah.
Quite a giggy old busy weekend, didn't you?
I have had a giggity weekend.
Giggity.
I haven't been mad busy. That was a weird word. Mad busy this weekend. I only had the one gig, but it was really cool. I was at Grand Central with. Let's go back to Friday because I had a third session with Justine Demir in the studio recording more of her stuff for her Lady J.
Area 51, huh?
All at Area 51.
Get your bingo cards out.
Oh.
Side note, I am still working on the Victoria Bennett won the bingo last week, so I'm going to do one for her son Theo, who is a member of the Rock Project. Get it on your bingo cards.
Yep.
So there's two down. So yeah, stay tuned, Victoria. That's going to be coming for you next week.
That sounds...
Anyway, sorry, please carry on with the story.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, man.
So that was a good day. We had a good morning there. I also had a great afternoon on the Friday. Went climbing. Not really a musical thing, but me and Dave from the Rock Project went climbing, and it was absolutely incredible. I haven't been climbing for so long.
You were talking about this last Monday about you guys signing up for it.
I've been wanting to go for...
It's the Rock Climbing Project now.
The Rock Project.
Oh, you're onto something there.
Yeah, so it was great. I don't know what Dave actually filmed me doing a climb with no hands. They've got a whole wall where there's a challenge of get to the top of the wall with no hands.
Oh my god.
And
so it's like the challenge of Game of Thrones for all these like dead people that are trying to climb the walls,
yeah.
But they've got their hands have decayed, like
that did make it easier.
Did you actually climb up a wall without using your hands?
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes.
That's great.
I will show you when we get to Rock Project tonight. I'll show you the video. It is incredible.
That's great.
I don't know if Dave should have posted.
How did you do it? Upside down?
No.
Did you use your toes as fingers?
The wall is just under that, so it's like 80 degrees.
So it's like some very steep steps.
Yes, but the steps are the thickest one was about the width of my thumb. So imagine putting all your weight on like the side of your foot onto your thumb. And trusting yourself not to slip off.
Good lord.
It was terrifying. It was terrifying. But it was...
So masculine.
Oh, I'm so masculine. Yeah, it was great fun. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to go back there. I've been trying to find when I'm going to be available to go climbing again. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to this Friday, but I really hope that I'll find time to be able to do that.
So do you wear gloves when you climb? Or?
Not gloves, no. You have special climbing shoes.
Do you ever get joint pain after you've been doing that?
No, it's actually quite good for your joints. As long as, because generally with your hands, the sort of pressure you're putting on it, if your hands aren't strong enough, you let go and you fall.
Yeah.
You're not in a position where you're going to get stuck and then do damage, which you can in sort of like other situations. My arms, like my forearm muscles and stuff, are really achy.
They're quite difficult to work out, the forearm muscles, so that's what climbing
well, that's
is good
it.
For, isn't it?
I've been kind of going to the gym to try and better my climbing ability. Because I used to go regularly and kind of stopped because the nearest climbing wall for us is Stowmarket, and it was driving all that way to climb, and it just got really expensive.
Hassle. Well, that's the thing, because most of the people that I find that get pains as musicians are bass players and drummers. Yeah. Because there is a lot of repetition going on there, and you don't get to have a break during songs as much as other musicians.
Yeah.
Because you're the rhythm section, you're supposed to be just piling it through. So yeah, this is what sort of intrigues me about you and Dave doing climbing, just to see how it affects each other's joints more. I get this problem when I'm playing double bass. Double bass absolutely kills my joints because it's so very percussive. You are swacking your right hand against a big old bit of wood
high.
For like 2 hours. Giggity. What my girlfriend, who is Franky, who is a PT. Who she's got a deal on at the moment, so check out PT with Franky. You can get a free PT session if you wish. There is she has always recommended glucosamine sulfate as a vitamin supplement, and if you take that just like every day, it helps to ward off arthritis apparently.
Right. Okay.
And also it helps to sort of buffer those bits between your joints, so that you don't quite get to carpal tunnel that's tendons. But osteoarthritis and that kind of thing.
I might look into getting some stuff like that because I
had Holland and Barrett. That's where I got it from.
Yeah.
You get extra.
It's one of those things. Arthritis is not really something that us youngsters necessarily think about. But
it runs in my family. Like my
same with mine.
On my dad's side, they've all got arthritis, and I worry about that as a guitarist growing up. Like, it's just my uncle had to stop playing guitar because it hurts his fingers.
There will be a day which playing guitar will be real difficult. Who's the guitarist from Incubus? I don't know if I know his name.
Good question.
But he got arthritis in his hands and had to stop playing, and really struggled to play for a long time, and then sort of went, well, if I just find a guitar that works for me, I'll use that. So
Brandon Boyd,
that sound,
or Mike Einziger.
Mike Einziger, I think.
There we go.
Yes,
Brandon Boyd's the front man.
Yeah, that's it. He went and tried loads of different guitars out to find one that would suit the way he plays. And now he plays the Albert Lee signature Music Man. I don't know if you play one of them. They're a really weird neck on them, really round and really small.
Cool.
So he finds them really comfortable, and he's got one in every single pickup combination you can get.
Oh, great.
And that's his go-to.
It's all right when you got a bit of money, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can be like, sure, I'll find a guitar and I will buy it multiple times that's comfortable to play.
Yep.
But yeah, people like us, we just got to take our supplements and warm up before we play.
Yeah. That's it.
Nice.
I wonder how many supplements you could get for the price of one Albert Lee signature.
A lifetime's worth of supplements. There's our Harley and Josh show giveaway.
Yep.
A lifetime's worth of supplements or an Albert Lee giveaway in your mind, because neither of us can afford that.
Yeah, I know. So yeah.
How was the gig?
So the gig in the evening. We haven't gone to Saturday. I want to carry on with Friday night because we had another non-musical but kind of musical evening. Me and Dave and Rayna and Tom had a little poker night round.
Oh, Rock Project Poker
which
face.
Was great. It was really good fun because we'd sit there and we'd playing poker. We had YouTube on and we'd just play music that each other hadn't heard and stuff like that. Tom played some of his music from his old band, Never Means Maybe. Yeah. As well as some other stuff.
Never Mean Babies.
Yeah, Rayna played some of his stuff from his band Derrida, from back in the days of BIM, and it was really good fun. Just searching through, going down the rabbit hole of past musics of us.
What about Dave? What did Dave play?
He didn't play. He couldn't find any footage of his previous stuff, which is a shame. And there again, neither could I. For some reason, some of my previous years, there's not a lot that made it to the internet, or at least out off MySpace.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all on MySpace, isn't it?
Yeah,
I had to go back fishing through it. I did that recently. I went back and checked out the old Strathfire and Kismet MySpaces, and Sacred Addiction. But you can't play any of the stuff. Like what I found that you can't play any of the tracks anymore, which sucks because I don't even have them on my computer anymore. Yeah. They're up on MySpace, but they're not in my library, which sucks. So I'd love to see if I can find a way to get them off MySpace. Does anybody know about how to do that?
There might be a way if you message MySpace, if you message the help center and just be like, look,
please,
this is a deal. They might be able to help. I've had stuff like that before where I've had stuff that I can't access on websites that I want on my local files, and they've helped out with stuff like that. But yeah, so that was our night.
You skipped past the thing. What we all care about is who won.
Oh, that's a good question. It was no one important.
Oh, it wasn't you, was it?
No. Like I say, it was no one important.
You lost all your money. Yeah. 5 whole pounds.
I did, yes. No.
Unless it got even... You guys are like, let's raise the stakes.
There was a buy-in, but I didn't buy back in.
Oh, okay.
I think Dave won. Yes, Dave won.
Was it all at Dave's house?
Yes.
The house always wins,
with his
it?
Cards. House always wins. Yeah. I'm sus now, actually.
Have you seen the Han Solo movie? Lando had a little card hidden up his sleeve. I expect Dave has the same contraption. He's like, fa-ching! Ace! And he's straight in there. Yeah, you're like, it all fits together.
Right, okay.
Inception moment. I saw it happen.
Oh, yeah. No. And then we finished the night with a Nerf battle.
Oh, right. I thought you said Earth battle. I just throw a mud at each other.
No, it was final table. Rayna, Dave, like standoff.
Great.
I noticed a couple of Nerf guns, so I put them in my
Nerf
back.
gun roulette.
Put them in my hoodie, wrapped them up, put them under the table, and slid one to Dave. And as soon as he won, he was like, "Now I kill you," and we just pelted Rayna with Nerf pellets.
It'd be better if it was earth, just thrown mud at him.
Yeah, with earth pellets. Earth pellets sounds like a really strange term for poo.
Ooh, poopy pellets.
So anyway, on to Friday.
Saturday.
Saturday. Phew, yeah, that went quick. Saturday was playing at Grand Central. We had a little charity fundraiser. It wasn't like a proper fundraiser, but it was part of the Blue Cross fundraising week.
Okay, cool.
And to close it off, we had some of the Blue Cross people come along. They were giving out bandanas and they were giving face paints and stuff. A few people had face paints. So
Adam Prowse came and sang with you.
He did indeed. That was really cool. He's been coming to see us for such a long time, and he really always, he's such a fan of music. And he always wanted to sing Pompeii, and we might be dropping that from the set at some point soon.
Pompeo. Does he ever actually say Pompeii in the song?
No.
Well, that's how they named the song, isn't it? Pompeo. Yeah, sorry.
You look like a bird of the wild.
Pompeo. I actually belong in the film Rio. So he came up and sung. It was really cool. It was really nice. He really enjoyed it. Like I say, we're probably going to be dropping that from the set at some point. So we wanted to get him up and singing it before we kind of bring in some new tracks. He knew all the words and everything.
He did. Oh yeah, he knows all the words to all of our songs. Great.
Amazing.
And that was kind of most of my weekend. I had a day at the studio on the Sunday, and after that, I just chilled, mate.
Oh, that sounds like a nice old weekend, Harley. I'm so proud of you.
Wow.
Harley did stuff well done, buddy. I'm proud of you. Well done. That was I'm just posting up the bingo card on the Facebook. I tell you what, see if you can. Actually, no. I was about to hand in my phone to scroll through my pictures to find the bingo card to upload. But yeah, I think that's a rookie mistake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, look at my pictures. Oh, there's a little pic of me. God, I'm so sorry. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to play some music. I think I've got 4 tracks to go through today, so I'm going to crack on with this one because this is one that Josh Carr from Hot Tramp sent me this. Yeah. It's a wonderful track. And if you listen to the lyrics, ladies and gentlemen listening in, if you are a musician or you work as a musician, or you're just in an artistic or something that is your job that makes you passionate about what you do, listen to the lyrics in this because it's just going to get you. This is Chevrolet Van by the Nude Party. That was Chevrolet Van by the Nude Party. I think you can guess why Josh Carr sent that to me, because not only is it about being in a band and making me dance.
You were dancing so funny.
Oh, I love dancing. It's so funny.
Like a bird with no wings.
I'm so bird-like today, aren't I?
You were like a bird of the wild, but with no beak or no wings.
Nude Party, Chevrolet Van. But yeah, it's all about a Chevrolet Van, which I own one of those, and I've been driving my van around in it for ages.
Speaking of van,
yes,
I noticed you parked about as far away from here as you can and still have to pay for parking.
I know, most everywhere was taken up. Anyway, so I actually had a really nice weekend. I went last Friday. I got to catch Rubber Jaw, Maddie, and Bessie Turner all at Three Wise Monkeys, and I just got to say, it was just wonderful. It was such a good gig. They had 2 gigs over this weekend, which was all for the Rubber Jaw were releasing their single for Feeling Funny, which we played on this show before, which I want to play again today actually, and also Maddie releasing their music video. Yeah. So yeah, Maddie were just one of these bands that I checked them out last week because I knew that they were playing this week. And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. They're a good band. But it wasn't until I saw them that I was just like, oh, wow. 3-piece band. It was guitar. The guitarist was playing this, it was a Guild semi-acoustic, but it had a humbucker. And it looked like a nylon strong guitar. But he'd used steel strings on it. Hadn't cut the ends off the strings, so it was just waving around like some kind of health and safety nightmare. And had the same sort of mustache style bridge of any kind of acoustic kind of thing. But yeah, played it like an electric, and he sung like Tom Waits.
Nice.
The drummer, you can tell, wrote the songs with him. because you get that thing sometimes when you're like, when a drummer is just playing fills or just literally just being too flashy. But Rayna will agree with me. This is song drummers is what he called Ringo Starr. I think his name was Jack, the drummer from Oh Maddie. But yeah, you could tell he was using the drums to accentuate the vocals and certain rhythms that he would use with his sort of stanza in the lyrics. So yeah, I was just sort of watching that, thinking, yeah, like I'm not only grooving along to this because he's holding a steady beat, but he's also complementing the song and the lyrics. So yeah, kudos on that. So without me just talking about Oh Maddie for ages, let's just play some music by them. This
Please
is
do.
Maddie by Oh Maddie. Check it out. That was Maddie by Oh Maddie. That's so mean, isn't it?
Oh, Maddie.
Yeah, exactly right. There was one point during the set where he was like literally screaming the lyrics into the humbucker, and it sounded incredible.
Do you think that's how they recorded it? Because there's that low, like, all distorted sound in there.
I was either that or just literally they just emulated that. But
yeah,
no, they were a really great band.
Sounds like a really nice band to see live.
Yeah, three-piece again, like keys, guitar, drums. The keys player, I didn't catch his name, but he was very talented. He had like multiple keyboards, triggering multiple samples, and with different kind of vibes to him. So there would be one that would be a vintage organ kind of sounding thing, another which would be literally triggering samples from the album, and another one which would be a synth. And something else which I don't know, I didn't quite catch what it was. It just looked really cool. So yeah, but I went up there with Meg Burrows and our friends and Jamie Chapman because it was her birthday. My girlfriend Franky and our good mate Dave. And yeah, it was just really nice to be able to go and see a gig. And a lot of people that were very surprised that I was there, and they were like, "Oh wow, oh thanks for coming." I'm just like, well, I'm just turning up to watch a gig because this is just what you do, right?
Yeah.
They're like, I'm just really surprised you're here. I was like, yeah, no, I don't gig every single Friday, but it was really nice because that on the basis of that song, I had to buy the vinyl. They've got a vinyl out. I think you can get it off on Q Rates, but or if you just find on Facebook, just find Oh Maddie. They've got vinyl. It was £10 for me to get. £10 for like 6 tracks on a vinyl.
Nice.
That doesn't happen often. So that vinyl must be just getting cheaper to produce, I expect.
Well, I guess it's supply and demand. If you order like same thing, you order one thing of something, it costs so much. If you order thousands, it costs a lot less. And if there's the demand for more people to want it, more places can be competitive because they can order in the materials cheaper.
I'm looking at Oh Maddie's progress. They're like they're doing well, but they're not. I don't think they're going to be one of those bands that's selling thousands and thousands, 100,000s of vinyl sort of thing. So for a band that's from Chelmsford, they're from Chelmsford by the way. Being able to sell vinyls for £10, and I think they've probably got a limited run of that. That shows that this, it must be getting cheaper just to mass produce this.
Rayna did say with Easttown Pirates that their vinyl to CD sales nowadays are like 10 to 1. They'll sell 10 vinyls for one CD because people can listen to it online anyway. But then it's a bit more tangible. You can see the sound in the grooves.
Yeah, exactly.
I did just upload a video of you dancing to Chevrolet Van, looking like a what do I say?
Nutcase, because you've been searching and foraging for them. A
bird of the wild with no beak, no wings, and no claws.
Yeah, birds forage for nuts. It's good. Yeah,
Nutbirds.
Yeah. But yeah, big shout out to Bessie Turner for her show on Friday. It was wonderful. It was only her and Ben Ward playing drums. They didn't have Tom playing bass. It was literally just guitar and drums set up. And she really, really did well. Like, she always has this persona when she's in the middle of a song. She's like, I don't know, this might be a bit bad, but let's give it a crack.
I think that's I like that. It's like, almost breaking the fourth wall, isn't it?
Yeah. As a music teacher, that really grates on me because I'm constantly telling students, don't say that. Like, before you're about to play, don't tell, oh, sorry, we haven't rehearsed this, we're not very good. And because immediately people are judging what you're about to play before they even heard it. If you literally just go up there with massive gusto and just play it, even if you don't know what you're doing, some people are going to watch that, and a lot of the time they'll be like, I don't know any difference, so that was wonderful, you know.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've gone up to bands afterwards and said, that was incredible, what a show, and they were like, that is the worst show we've ever played.
Yeah.
But they never said anything about it, so there we go. But you know, Bessie pulls it off somehow.
She's got a particular stage persona which isn't,
and she's doing well for herself, so it's just kind of like,
it works.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, you know, well, people know that you're not bad, so there we go. But yeah, well done for that one, Bessie and Ben. And also, obviously, I can't, you know, talk about this without talking about Rubber Jaw. Like, they absolutely nailed it. It's so crazy to see them just come out of nowhere for me. Like, they've all three of them been in like multiple bands beforehand, and they've been all over the place before, so they kind of know what they're doing in terms of releasing new music and you know, bringing a new band to the public. But you know, I'd only heard about them about 4 or 5 months ago. I never saw them live, and I hadn't even listened to them because they didn't have any music out. I mean, I wanted to play them on this show.
I remember when early days.
Yeah,
we did mention that they don't have any sound out.
Yeah.
Yet.
So yeah, like for ages I've been wanting that, and then now they've only just got Feeling Funny out, and the Three Wise Monkeys was rammed. Like it was, I reckon it was sold out. So I think they're onto something really good there. It's the fact of like, keep people wanting more, keep posting up content which is interesting. If you look at all their pages, they've got these really strange sort of collages of old footage and new footage, all kind of grainy and stuff, and it really does make you, well, it intercut with them rehearsing and stuff, so it keeps your intrigue. But you know, now they've just got that, you know, one song out. I think they've got a music video coming out for it, but I'm not completely sure.
Nice.
But you can get that on vinyl. Again, that one was £10. I pre-ordered mine to have it signed. Didn't come because they had so many to get through. I don't think they realised just how many people they'd sell. But yeah, that was on Creation 23 as well. So I think they just signed for that one single. I say that one single. It's this one single. I'm going to play it for you. This is Feeling Funny by Rubber Jaw. At the end of that track, the audience would not stop singing it to them. They were just like a whole crowd of people just going, got me feeling funny, you got me feeling funny.
That's cool.
Everybody had it stuck in their head afterwards.
There's no bigger
compliment.
Yeah, there's no better feeling than have someone sing back your words.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Words.
It's great.
But yeah, so they were wonderful. Meg bought herself a T-shirt. Yeah, we were all like, that's what is quite fun about being a musician, is to know that, sort of see behind the curtain. You know, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. You know how the magic is made. You know how they got to that point. But it doesn't stop you from being mystified by it. It doesn't stop you from going, oh man, I need to buy an EP, or I need to buy a T-shirt, or I need to meet these people. I need to say to them, oh, you have to fawn over them a bit. And that's what I was doing to Maddie. Actually, I was just going to him. I was like, oh, where did you come from? Oh my god, you're so good. Oh Maddie, you're good.
Oh Maddie.
But yeah, so. The rest of the weekend I spent at a wedding, which was really funny because Todd Emanuel, the old drummer from Fate Untold, and used to drive with me and Who's Driving Bears Driving. He got married to Becca, and it was at all Manor of Events in Henley. And I've played there so many times, and I was a guest, and it was so weird to be around like all these wonderful musicians as well. That like Luke from This Sudden Injury, Tigger from Count Your Friends, AD from 10 Years. Just like all these bands,
all these names, I'm just going, oh yeah, I remember them.
Oh my god! So just having a drink with those guys. Dave Housden was there, who I've been doing soundtrack work with. Kyron from Underline the Sky was there, and Pessimist. So yeah, like it was just a bunch of musicians hanging out and getting drunk and watching Todd dance with his little girls. He's got 2 little girls, and there was just this one point during what was it? It was A Town Called Malice by The Jam. Yeah. And he's got both his little girls in hand, just dancing with them, just looking like the happiest man alive. But there was nobody else on the dance floor, and everybody else was just sort of just talking amongst themselves and not. And I felt like I was just watching this, and I was the only person watching this beautiful moment happen for him. And then Go Your Own Way comes on, by Fleetwood Mac, and he's just like, oh my god, I love this track. And Becca, his wife, comes on. and he's like singing at her, puts his hand out, and she just walks straight past him. So I had to jump up, and I just grabbed him by the hand, and we waltzed around to Fleetwood Mac.
Wonderful.
But yeah, so I was finding out what kind of wedding guest I am. What kind of wedding guest are you, Harley?
I'm the guy that sits at the back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think... I've got a thing. Musicians don't dance.
Is that like white men can't jump?
Yeah. White men can't dance. But, like, yeah, last wedding I went to, I sat and I watched the band, really enjoyed them, Jupiter Ray.
Okay,
and,
yeah. I've heard of them.
They were great, but I sat and I was looking at their gear, eyeing up their equipment and going, I like how they've set it up, sounds great, lovely PA they've got. And then was mingling inconspicuously with the guests.
Yeah.
I didn't know too many people from that wedding. It was Rob Clemson's, who's recently, mid last week, had his first child.
Oh, baby.
Well, he didn't. His wife did.
He had a little memento.
He has a little... Yeah, well, that's how the text got. I got a text from Laura, his sister, going, we have a new member of the Mementos.
Mini member of the Mementos.
The mini Memento. Memento minis.
Yeah.
So, that's my thing.
I'm not sure if it's can't dance or won't dance.
I think it won't.
Yeah. I mean, I do enjoy a good dance, but it's got to be with the right people all the time. Because like, I can't be that guy that sort of had like arms around a big group of lads going, yeah, Mr. Brightside.
That's just claustrophobia.
Your sex is on fire.
Oh,
it's always those songs that come back to back as well on the playlist, don't they?
Yeah.
But yes, that was wonderful. Really happy I got to see them, but there was 2 nights of drinking, and I felt absolutely awful on Sunday.
Because I guess you're probably in a similar vein to me, is that we don't get that much chance to drink. So then when you do, you're 3 drinks and down.
Go. Yeah, exactly. I had 5 pints, and that was me just... I felt mullered. I was fine.
Yeah.
I'm never the liability drunk. But
I am.
The next day I am, because I'm just like, feed me.
Yeah.
I feel ill.
If I'm hungover, I get up and do stuff, because that makes me feel better somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no... I remember playing squash hungover once.
Right.
And that was the best cure.
That
was the best cure for a hangover.
Doesn't sound like it to me.
No. Oh, no. I felt like
you'd
death
be playing squash
during.
and your brain would be playing slosh. You'd just be jumping around.
Yeah.
Just around
I sweated
alcohol.
the rest of the alcohol out.
Ooh.
And, after a shower, I felt amazing.
Oh, amazing.
It was great.
That's nice.
So, that's my hangover cure. There we go. We've done food, tour food, hangover cures. We are... basically like a woman's weekly magazine.
For sure we are.
So we got that. We got the check out.
We've been toying around with the bingo thing here because we I think we are one mention away from a line here,
and we're not going to mention them.
No, we're not going to say. We're not going to say what is so close.
No,
but so this back end of the show is where we chuck in the gig list. And we also just sort of talk about what we've got coming up this weekend. But I wanted to see if people were up for new sections in this part of the show.
Oh, okay.
I'll see if you're up for this. I would like to sort of talk about music industry stuff, like things that are happening in the news, and also concepts in music. We talked about this a little while back.
Yeah.
We were talking about, whether music you should see it as an art or a craft. And that got some good feedback. A lot of people were quite engaged with that. Here's a thing I thought about this morning.
Jingle.
There we go. Do you think we're getting to that point now where music record labels are going to start breaking off and starting their own streaming platforms? Because if you think about this, Disney have taken their stuff away from Netflix because they're now starting their own Disney-based streaming service. So I think, Warner, EMI, Sony, BMG, all that sort of stuff, not so much, Universal, all these people that could, or XL, they could all take their artists off streaming services and put them on their own with the back catalogue of all their other artists. Do you think that people should do that? What do you think would be the benefits of doing that?
I don't think they will.
Harley, speak.
My reason is, you watch a film and you go, oh, that was really good. And another night you might watch another film or you might watch another TV show, but that's your evening's entertainment in one piece. However, you might have a playlist of workout music that plays, I don't know, Slipknot, and I'm going to name everyone all on Warner now, aren't I? I'm just trying to think, like, who's not?
Trivia.
Yeah, they're on Warner.
Oh, crikey.
Because everyone, what's the big metal label?
Rise.
Roadrunner.
Roadrunner.
Yeah,
Yes,
the Roadrunner are a sub of Warner. But like, say you do that, and then you go, oh, I'll listen to Porcupine Tree, who are on K-Scope, or they were Sony for their earlier stuff, and you've got a playlist of music for a particular mood or stuff like that. You can't have that playlist of that. You can only listen to the artist you want at a time, and then if you go, well, I want to listen to this artist, then I'll close that app down, open that up.
How do you think about whether it will introduce people to new music more? Because there'll be if you're thinking about the like a label's back catalogue, they'll have their top sellers on the streaming platforms, which will be getting the most plays. But if they have their own catalogue and they sort of say, oh, if you like this artist, you might like another artist that's on our catalogue, which isn't quite as well known. I don't think that needs to be done. For those who are open and want to find new music, I used to do that. I used to go, well, I like this band, and I used to look on Spotify and go, well, related artists. And that's how I found Ruben, who were my favourite band. They were related artists to another band I was listening to and went, oh, Lord, this is amazing. Right. And they've been one of my favourite bands. Maddie. They've been one of my favourite bands ever since. And so that's a good way. I think the means for discovering new music is out there. And for bands like Ruben, they're on a indie label. So where will they be? Then will Spotify become just a place for independent labels? Yeah. If people are taking all of their if Warner take all their music off Spotify, then all you've got left is the fringes, which will then make it a much better place to discover new music. There's the ethical dilemma of the fact of like Spotify was built on the back of piracy. Yeah, like its original startups. I can't remember what they were with the names of them, but they were instrument in creating Napster. Yeah. And all these other sort of places where they would just give away music for free, and they used all this free music they had to build up a sort of a working beta for the people thinking of investing in Spotify. And so then we have the less ethical dilemma of the record labels that would be starting off these streaming services would own the rights to that music. Yeah. So there's
no side pot.
Yeah, and also I believe that the artists would be getting paid better if they were if the revenue was going straight through their label. I mean, there's kind of nothing stopping the label there of paying them fairly, if that makes sense.
And for anyone who
there's no reason for it anyway for not paying them fairly.
For anyone who doesn't know kind of what the deal is with kind of streaming services, it's kind of been a little bit of a sort of like a Borderlands kind of thing, because there were no real laws on what streaming payments are, and to this day Spotify, there are loads of streaming services out there. Spotify are the worst paying one of all of them, and they're the largest company, and they get sued regularly by artists who get thousands and thousands of views and listens, and they get nothing back. I think it was Lady Gaga on the year that she kind of made it big, she got $112 from Spotify.
Ridiculous, right?
And she was the most streamed artist on Spotify of that year. So that wasn't right, and then they kind of bumped their prices up. There's another artist more recently that have taken Spotify to court because he got like $1,000 for a year's worth of money from Spotify and had millions of streams, and it's like, well, why is that happening?
And where is this money going? But I mean, if you think about like how much music gets played on Spotify a day, I'd like to know that. I'd like to know that stat. I'd like to know just how much music gets played a year, and just think about, okay, so where is the money coming from? So what's it? It's sort of $9.99 a month, isn't it? Something like this. And so I don't know how many users they've got. So there's a whole bunch of money going in there. It's just they can,
and those who don't pay, there's a free version, but they get advertising and they get a lot of money out of the adverts as well.
I can imagine, exactly. But yeah, also, are you finding this?
I'm Googling to see if there's an answer online.
I like it. On another side note, I just noticed this popped up on my news feed, like my news RSS thing that I have. It's that Warner Music Group has launched a seed stage investment fund called WMG Boost. That's just been reported the past couple of days. I think actually no, it was October 5th, so yesterday. So interesting thing is that it's sort of the fund is aimed at supporting entrepreneurial growth and innovative thinking in the music industry. So if you've got sort of like an idea for a streaming service or music retail or anything to do with the music industry that you think is a great idea, then you can get some funding.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, I mean, it could be for bands, or it could be for record labels. It could be for distribution services. According to WMG, the multi-billion-dollar fund will be used to invest in early-stage businesses within the adjacent to the recorded music business. So it probably won't be to do with live music stuff. They'll be mostly thinking about record sales. Oh, have you found some info, have you?
I found some info. I'm trying to work out what if one answers the question that we need. Per the amount of average amount of daily listening for cross-platform Spotify users, 148 minutes per Spotify user. Bearing in mind it told me how many subscribers there are. There are.
Go on.
There are 83 million.
83 million subscribers.
So what is 83 million times 148? That's how many minutes of Spotify gets.
Times 148.
Yeah.
That's
live maths with Harley and Josh.
1.2284 and with 10 zeros, and then another one.
So 1 point something billion.
Yeah, there we go.
Minutes worth of music gets played on Spotify every day.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money going in, and a lot of money that probably should be going out.
Mm-hmm.
But hey,
yeah, exactly. 1.2 billion. And yeah, with the advertisements, we don't know how much that they're getting paid by the advertisers. So
yeah,
it's got to be 2 billion at least a year.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, the little guys taking down the big guys. But before we do that, let's talk about little guy gigs like what we have.
Little guy gigs.
I am playing at the the Five Bells in Rattlesden this Friday. That is, where is the blooming thing gone? Okay, I wrote it down, but it's gone. Yes, the Five Bells in Rattlesden up near Bury St Edmunds. I'll be doing 8:30 until about 11 with the Lockerbillies. So if you're looking for a bit of a rock and roll fix, come down to that.
Nice.
And also, I want to just sort of promote another gig that we've got coming up in the next couple of weeks. We are doing a Stand Up to Cancer gig at the golf club in Felixstowe.
Oh yeah.
It's a dinner dance. It's a ticketed entry, but all funds and proceeds will be going to Stand Up to Cancer and for cancer research.
Yeah.
So if you're into that, check out our Facebook page. We've got an event up there, and you can get the tickets on there. What you got going up this weekend, Harley?
I haven't actually got any.
Any public gigs?
I haven't got any gig. Well, I haven't got any gigs at all. I'm doing sound this weekend. I've got a private event on Friday.
It's all at the hall. I've completely forgotten what it's called, for God's sake.
Manor Ballroom.
Oh, it's Manor Ballroom.
Manor Ballroom this Friday. Yeah, that's just a job running desk with Synergy, which I'm looking forward to.
Very nice.
And then there's following.
You were hoping that was going to be there was another gig.
Oh, I was going to go see 5 Mile High at the Trinity Sports and Social Club.
Oh, cool. No, the other work that you were hoping to get with Synergy, you were talking about the gear that they have. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Oh, what was the gig?
Although it might be happening. I don't want to talk about it because I don't know it.
Okay, yeah, it's suspense, man.
But the Saturday, I'm going to be doing sound at the Railway with Missing Andy and Thick as Thieves.
Cool. Yeah, that looks like that's going to be a great gig, actually. I've got that on the list here.
Cool,
Thick as Thieves. Been going for years. I saw an article came up of me playing with them. Was it Sounds of the East Coast?
Yes.
Back 10 years ago at the Spa Pavilion.
Yeah,
they played on that one as well. Same with Walkway. They were doing it back then.
They're still going as well. Yeah.
Anyway, right. So this Friday the 12th, we've got Backer Beyond and support from Space Cake, who we've played with before at the John Peel Centre. If you like your hippie vibes and your Sounds of the Forest, but also with that kind of like, good sort of trip hop style beats and sort of a bit of house in there. Get down John Peel Centre in Stowmarket. Also October 12th, this Friday, the Magic Moments Children's Charity Night of Music at the Rep. People I know that are playing that are In My Disguise, Emily Gray, and Robin Dicker. So
nice.
That's again going to be for children's charity. So if you're in a giving mood this weekend, head down to the Rep this Friday. And now I've got a song I want to play us out with tonight. The new single by Warwaves, our good friend Dan Dolman, is playing at the Constitutional Club in Bury St Edmunds this Friday 12th. Warwaves, the Islas, and History and Law, and the Basement Strippers. They'll be playing up in Bury St Edmunds. I'll stick around for the end of this and we'll show you their new single, Lion's Head. It's really good. I did chop out a swear word, which was rather a big one.
Oh,
so you're gonna, oh my goodness.
My.
So you're going to have to check and see, if you can tell where the swear word was.
Right in.
Yeah, go on, exactly. See if you can put it on the bingo cards. Josh accidentally drops a swear.
Cool.
KZ and Friends.
I was just checking this out,
Yeah, keys player from Ikoko,
Yep.
Producer Supreme and DJ Supreme. He played keys on my solo EP, which will be being released soon. He has a night all unto himself and friends at the Curve Bar this Friday, 12th of October.
Nice.
Okay, so now we're on to Saturday, October 13th. Metal Massacre Records presents Beneath the Embers and guests. That's at the Smokehouse this Saturday at 7. Classic Album Sundays with Ray Davies. Ray Davies from the Kinks will be at the John Peel Centre on the 13th.
Sweet.
To talk about the Village Green Appreciation Society. Village Green Protection Society. I can't remember which one. But that'll be an interesting thing to figure out. I mean, geez, I'd well enjoy seeing that one.
Yeah.
October 13th, this Saturday. I think I might head down to this one. The Drive-Ins, Rockabilly and Rock and Roll at the Copers Bar in Felixstowe.
Sweet, Coppers.
It's Copers.
It's Coppers.
Take
it off, boys.
It's Saturday at 9 o'clock. Get on your bingo card.
Hey.
That'll be good. I'm going to go and watch that just to see another Rockabilly band. I haven't seen one for ages.
Nice.
And then the only other one I've got is Missing Andy Ficker's Thieves at the Railway, and that's sold out.
Is it?
It's sold out.
Sweet.
So
no pressure.
Yeah, so you're doing sound. So if you want to see Harley doing sound, I mean, it's sold out. People are just going to be watching Harley on the desk.
Yeah.
Going, oh, yeah, touch me fader.
I don't even know if I'll have a fader.
Must be a couple months.
I've just seen this. I don't know if there's going to be any music there, but if you love animals and hate plants, there's Ipswich Vegan Festival, Sunday 14th of October. I don't know if there's any music going there. But,
I think that's at the Portman Road, isn't it?
That is, yes.
Live
music and entertainment.
Thank you for listening this week, guys. If you have gotten the bingo and you haven't been listening on the live show, then please comment on the YouTube video, comment on our Facebook. Please subscribe.
Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Everywhere there's the option to give a thumbs up.
We like thumbs. We collect thumbs. Please give us your thumbs. This is Lion's Head by Warwaves. I'm Josh.
I'm Harley.
No, you're not. Stop lying.
Oh.